Hey pilots and co-pilots, Brian here. It's been a long time. Had some PC issues and haven't been able to record video. I've managed to scrape together enough money to put a recording machine together. And today you can see the most beautiful aircraft, one of my favorites in my top 5, the Avro Vulcan. Free download from explain.org. I absolutely adore this plane. I've seen it fly live a few times. I've been out of the UK for the last few years. I missed the live demonstration model that had been flying around for the last few years, which is now sadly grounded. But I remember it from the 1980s when it was previously flying. Stunning beast. Here it is in Black Buck livery, which is from the special Black Buck mission from the Falklands conflict in the early 1980s between the UK and Argentina, where they flew one of these across the Atlantic to do a bombing run on the Falkland Islands and then return. So as you can see, it's got the sweeping lines here, absolutely beautiful. And we'll jump inside and you can see how dark, cramped and quite horrific it is for the poor pilots. So here we are inside this craft. So this was one of the V bombers that Britain created, a nuclear deterrent bomber. Huge Delta design. It has 4 Olympus engines in it, same engines they use in the in Concorde. Actually, in Concorde they have afterburners. I don't think they do in this. You can see it's an extremely dark, extremely complicated cabin here. It's pretty cool. I mean, this is for freeware here. Look, you can see you got the panel here, and you can actually click these to bring them up without having to actually scroll over and look at them. Center console there, pilot's console there. So you can actually get to these without having to do it. That sounds pretty good. I'm still learning it. It comes with a manual as well. It tells you how to fly it. As you can see, the visibility is bad at best. So I'm going to try and figure out how to fire this thing up. There might be a slight pause in the video here where I come back and go, hey, the engines are running. Because I haven't had the best of success at this, at being able to get this going. But we'll see. There are checklists for the start checklist, etc. But I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to do it. So, well, let's see, shall we? Let's start our AP. Can we start our APU? Not yet. See, some things are labeled, other things that aren't important are not labeled. I won't be able to start engines yet. I haven't got an APU running. Okay, I'm going to go away and click around a bit until I figure this out, because I've only flown this once before, and I think it might have been more luck than planning that I actually managed to get the engines running. So we'll see, and you can join me in a minute. So you join me as I'm actually now tearing down the runway. You can hear the roar of those 4 Olympus engines. The reason why this happened was, I don't know whether it's a setting I've got wrong, but I could not keep this thing still even with the park brake on. So I figured rather than that, I would actually climb out. The power in this is immense. I had an operational ceiling, I think, of around 60,000 feet. 58 to 60,000, I think that's as high as the oxygen masks and so on were able to operate. The power is quite unbelievable. Did I put my gear up? Well, I have now. And let's back off the engines there, because otherwise we're going to be overstressing the airframe, I think. Now, as you can see, I can see very little. But really, this aircraft for me is not going to go on my list as one that I want to look at from the inside. It's one that I'm going to fly around and then look at the video from the outside, as you've been seeing in this video here. But I'm not sure how we're going to do for landing. But anyway, this is a free download of explain.org, and I had to try it out because Oh, as I said, I absolutely love the Vulcan. It's up there in my top 5, along with probably Concorde, Spitfire, probably SR-71 Blackbird as well. All absolutely amazing aircraft. I've been lucky enough to see at air shows throughout the years. Even got to sit inside an SR-71 Blackbird once. Now that was pretty damn awesome. But that's not for today. So I say, having trouble keeping the nose down. This thing just wants to climb. Just stunning. The power. I actually have taken this thing up. I might do that in a minute if I chicken out on the landing, because I'm not even trying to make this thing near to the ground. We'll see. I'm going to cheat just for a second because I can't see anything. So there's our airstrip. It's pretty damn small actually, isn't it? Let's see. I also hope that this is recording well enough for everybody. As I said, I've been off the air due to failed hardware for a while and not enough time, to be honest, to fly. But yeah, when you can't record, there's no way you can make videos. Oh, there's another airstrip down there. I wonder what that is. It's not Duxford though. I felt like Duxford was a suitable location for a decommissioned bomber that's now no longer flying, because it might be the last place some of these things end up. Yeah, so anyway, the livery of this one is the Black Buck mission. There's some YouTube videos, well, videos that are now on YouTube from documentaries about it. And I have to say, it's the most insane mission you could ever imagine. I think they had something like 12 Buccaneers as fueling things and 2 Vulcan bombers, and then they daisy-chained them where there were tankers refueling tankers just to keep the Vulcans going, just that they could fly all the way down to the Falklands to do one bombing run across the airport at Stanley, and then fly all the way back. And they did it with fumes in the tank, pretty much. An absolutely incredible mission for an aircraft that was at that stage was end of life, really, and was just in its last few years of service before being decommissioned. Where am I? I'm way off. That's what I am. A pretty big turning circle in this beast. It's the big delta wing on it. I am cheating here. I'm also idling the engines, trying to keep this thing slow. Let's get the map out. It should be off to my left somewhere. If we look from outside again, you can see I've got my partial. Let's show you. It's full. Partial. Again, this is, I mean, this plane was originally started to be designed in the 1940s. Well, I think that's my airport there. Yeah, kind of got my altitude a bit mixed up there. What am I at? 9,000 feet. I just cannot keep this thing down. Okay, so you know what? I'm retracting my spoilers. So yeah, I think they started designing this in the 1940s. And it's an Avro built. They used some of the same functionality that was in the Lancaster for some of the bombing calculation stuff. It's mechanical in this. There's no computers involved. It really is like old school. So let's do a climb. I'm just going to let the nose jump up. Look at the howl of those Olympus engines. Oh. It doesn't recreate the famous whistle that the real Vulcan, I think, is known for. A certain percentage of thrust, 90% thrust. It does this howl, and everybody who's a fan of the Vulcan knows that. So we are just screaming at her right now. I'm not even quite at full throttle. There we go, already 20,000 feet. And a slight roll round. Let's just have a look from that side again, shall we? If I've been pushing down the stick without thinking about it. If I take it off, look. It's just got so much power and so much. Coming up past 25,000 feet. So there are the wings. There we go. Again, nothing is standard in the way it looks. It's very dark. 30,000 feet. Oh yeah, I'm bringing those down a bit. We'll be stalling that. That'll do us. Ooh. We do have. Oh my goodness. We've got a stall situation here. There's certainly some oscillation problems here. I wonder if I just keep my hands off the controls and stop from the correct. There we go. It's my fault. I was trying to correct. And suddenly the ground got very small, very fast. It really is such a beautiful, beautiful craft. Trying to trim it out. It just wants to climb. There we go. One of the famous V-bombers. The Avro Vulcan. So, free download, go download it. And for me, I'm going to reteach myself how to edit video and how to upload this onto the web, onto YouTube. I'd just like to say a big thank you to everybody who's been continuing to subscribe even though I haven't been producing videos. And a big thank you for everybody who subscribed in the past and watched my videos and still watches them. And welcome back everybody, and thanks for waiting for me. But I don't think I'm even going to try and land this today. This is more just enjoying the beauty and the shape of this. I don't think I have the chops to actually fly this and land it. So thanks for watching. I'll be back with longer videos again soon. I'm itching to get back into the 737 and we'll do some flying. Maybe some European flying this time. And you can all tell me how wrong I am and all that. That would be great. I'll see you all again soon, and thanks for watching.